Easy, turn me up.
Blessings be to all. Welcome to my channel. This is Seventh Eye Revelist. I hope you're in the vibration you want to be in today. Let's get into the meat of the video. Mental alchemy. 2 words. I've never seen anybody talk about this, and if they have, maybe it's called something different. It's just my philosophies. And when I share this with people, it seems like it really changes their lives. So I figured I would share it with you. Because if you're clicking on this video, as we both know, the universe makes no mistakes, and it meant to find you. So what is mental alchemy? First, we have to break down what is alchemy. Most of us know what, at least a general idea of what alchemy is, but let's talk about it just briefly. So alchemy is the process of burning lead into gold. We have a surplus of lead in this world. Much more lead than we have gold. They're in search with the philosopher's stone along with the elixir of life, which will heal them from any sickness, add basically immortality, and then the philosopher's stone can turn any piece of any material with just a sliver of that philosopher's stone can turn it into an abundance of gold. That's the generic idea of what alchemy is. So with that in mind, how do we apply this to our mind? Well, let's think about lead again. So, as I said earlier, we have a lot of lead in this world, much more than we have gold. So, the lead that is in your mind are the thoughts that are holding you back. The thoughts that are telling you can't buy this because you can't afford it, or because you just shouldn't get it. The thoughts that make you feel guilty when you want something, or when you spend money on yourself. I'll tell you, I've had this. Restlessness, that is my biggest thing, because I am a very hard worker whenever it comes to my passions especially. So I've been filled with a lot of restlessness, yet that is lead, because that is imbalance. So let's look at what else can be lead. We can talk about depression, we can talk about anxiety. Now we have to go through a process. We can't just burn our thoughts with a flamethrower. But essentially we can. You see, each thought is a seed. If you go into neurology, it literally looks like a tree. So when you have an idea, perhaps mental alchemy, an idea will never go away once it's planted. And a bad thought is just like a rotten tree. It just keeps growing though. That's the only thing. So in order to purge this, when you have a thought like, I'm fat, let's say, you're trying to lose weight, you think, I'm fat, I don't look good in this shirt, this dress, if you're a girl, you know what I'm saying? To counteract that thought, you have to counteract it knowingly. You have to do this knowingly as this exercise before you can do it without thinking. You have to say, I've made progress. This looks better on me than it did last time I wore it, you know? That's obviously only if you're putting in the work. So mental alchemy comes with work, both physical, mental, emotional, especially spiritual, if you go down that path. But I want you to counteract these thoughts that you have. When you have these negative thoughts, think of something positive. There's a yin and yang with everything. There's always a positive and a negative. If you can think of something negative, you can think of something positive. Do you have PTSD? I've struggled with a lot of things in my past that I have vivid memories of. So I've always, in my mind, been so nonchalantly able to bring up a bad memory on the spot, easily, no matter when. I can always do that. But when I started to go through my ascension, I started to wonder if I could do that for my good thoughts. Because if I can do it for my bad, surely I can do it for my good. They don't come to your mind as easy because you're focused on your lead rather than your gold. You need to counteract that. If you have a bad memory of an ex or something, you know what I'm saying? Something you just can't get over, or a loss of someone. You have to think of something positive in that. There's always something positive that you can think about. So by doing this knowingly, by practicing this in your daily life, when you're having these thoughts, your subconscious takes a minute to kick in. But I've just learned this recently in my own life through something else, which I will get into. But when you're rewiring your subconscious, you need to give it time, but you also need to put in that work for while you're giving it time, because we are completely operated by our subconscious. So if we are fueling our subconscious with good positive things and direction and motivation and positivity, that's how we're going to be operated. If you're filled with this darkness and gloominess and sadness, your subconscious is holding on to it. For one reason or another, you can take control of it though. We may not be able to completely understand our subconscious, but what we can understand is that what we fill it with is how we operate. So with mental alchemy, you give yourself about 3 weeks, I'd say, 2 weeks maybe even, if you're getting real good at it, a month if you're struggling a little bit. Your subconscious will pick up on the things that you've been doing knowingly and start to do them unknowingly. The same way you go into that room every day and you turn on a light, you don't even look for the light, your finger knows, because it's second nature. Everything becomes second nature when it becomes habitual. So that's why you can replace your negative habits with these positive habits. Mental alchemy doesn't need to be a super complex thing. It's simply taking your thoughts, which represent lead, and turning them into gold through a process of purging with positivity. You purge your negativity with your positivity. Your negativity has nothing to do against it. Because I guarantee you can think as much. For every negative thing you can think of, you can think of a positive thing. I promise you, it's a fact. It really is. Everything is layered like this, especially from a cosmic perspective. But this is what I wanted to talk about today. I've never heard anyone talk about it. I will dive deeper into it. This is just my way of thinking. And I realize, this is what I would call it, is mental alchemy. And I really hope that I can help you change your life for the better. I hope I can help you think more positive thoughts about yourself, your business, your spiritual journey, anything you're going through. I want to help you become better. So try practicing some mental alchemy. Try it out and watch the changes that happen within yourself. And you will see your reality unfold the way that you want it to. You are deserving of a beautiful reality. The universe wants to help you. Tune into it and help yourself. May God the Most High be with you. This has been Seventh Eye Rebels. Thank you for watching the video. I hope my vibrations are going to you and raising yours. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings be to all.
Cobras to the sky.